The Palestinian people, they have rights. They have rights like to visit Jerusalem, to visit Tel Aviv, to visit everywhere in this land without any challenges, without any obstacles.
I'm against the checkpoints. I want the checkpoints to be removed, ultimately.
Okay.
But I also understand why they were put there.
Are we ready? Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
When we want to make peace and if we want to work for peace and for change, for you as a Jewish, as Israeli, you should feel me. You
Right.
should feel me as Palestinian, and I should feel you.
Right.
So if we felt each other, so here's everything. It will be clear for us. It's not like the checkpoints. For example, for me as a peacemaker, why should I have permit, for example, from 7 in the morning until 10 in the evening? So it means that if I stayed in Jerusalem after 10, I will be a danger for you as Israeli. Come on, so also this is my land and it's our land, you know. It's not just me. I'm talking about many Palestinian people that they just want to come to Jerusalem. They want to pray. They just want also to visit the beach in Tel Aviv, in Netanya. I know there's many Palestinian Adiel that they never been in the sea. If you, as Israeli government, if you give me my freedom, I will give you peace. But if you put me in a land and you close on me and you told me that, for example, to sleep at this time, to wake up at this time, to work at this time, this is here the point, you know.
I think, but you're talking,
Yeah.
you know, from your own personal perspective. There are people among the Palestinian community who, even if they have freedom, they wouldn't give us peace, and we saw it during the
Where?
Second Intifada.
Yeah.
During the Second Intifada, we didn't have any barriers, we didn't have any checkpoints. Okay, everything was free.
As a Palestinian who lives here in Palestine, I can tell you, if you come to my house in the middle of night and you just broke my house and you just for example, try to arrest my mom, to arrest my brother, okay, and you scared my children and my brothers, my sisters, it will be a problem, okay?
The thing is, you know,
Yeah.
I told
Yeah,
you,
sure.
ultimately, I'm against the checkpoints. I want the checkpoints to be removed, ultimately.
Okay.
But I also understand why they were put there. During the Second Intifada, about 20,000 terrorist attacks
Okay.
took place or were about to take place and
Yeah.
were prevented by the IDF. And I'm talking from an Israeli perspective. When I share with Israelis my perspective about the checkpoints, the immediate response is, but what about the terror attacks?
Okay.
How do we know we're going to be safe in this scenario when the checkpoints are removed, when the fence is removed? And I understand that. I also want to live in security, and I don't want to fear going onto a bus or going into a cafe or a nightclub
Yeah.
and fearing that a terrorist attack might happen. I was very
Right.
young during the Second Intifada,
Right.
and for me it's a trauma, and for
Yeah.
most Israelis
Right.
it's a trauma.
The Palestinian people, they have rights. They have a rights to visit Jerusalem, to visit Tel Aviv, to visit everywhere in this land without any challenges, without any obstacles. We are here today to find solution, to find new ways to stop all of these things.
In order for this to happen, we need to find out what is, you know, the source.
Right.
Many Israelis, people from my community, also think the reason they fear Palestinians is because they know there are certain people, I'm not saying all Palestinians, but certain people who are indoctrinated to hatred, to terror, to basically hatred of Jews.
Yeah.
And you know, why would we trust such government? Why would we trust people who think like that?
The governments, they are work for achieving peace, for do anything since maybe 67 until this, until this
Right.
moment. You should know that the peace, it will come from us,
Right.
as a people.
Hey, you can change everything that's going on. You know, I hope y'all don't let TV take over your minds. Learn to think for yourself. Think for yourself.